So today we are looking at another Derby Days documentary in Copa90, the biggest game of all time. Derby Days Super Classico, Boca Junior versus River Plate. Comments are gassing this one, man. Comments are gassing this one. They are saying that this is the final boss. There's no need for another documentary. There's no need for another Derby Days. This was 6 years ago, by the way. I'm excited for this one. We love some Copa90 stuff around here. Incredible YouTube channel. And I'm excited, man. Let's go, baby.
Imagine Barcelona and Real Madrid meeting in the final of the Champions League times 100.
When the world's most fierce, famous rivalry meets.
This is in Brazil, I think. Boca Juniors.
With more at stake than ever before.
Holy
Decided over 2
smokes.
legs in 3 weeks in one city. It's Derby Days Super Classico, the first and possibly only ever as a Copa Libertadores final. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Holy guacamole, bro. Look at this. It's an army of people. He's got a bottle of Jack Daniels. Oh,
Super
shit.
Classico, a term recognized the world over
Argentina.
as the pinnacle of passion, atmosphere, and rivalry in club football.
It's a fixture that's prone to hyperbole, just of everyone going over the top. But that's right, it's because that's the case.
Whenever, wherever they play, a riot of noise, color, choreography, and emotions manifest.
Holy smokes.
River-boca. No hay nada igual en el mundo.
Alongside an occasional, more sinister side.
Un amigo le quema la casa a otro amigo.
Oh my
¿Puede
God.
pensar?
Burn his mate's house
In fact,
down.
in 2004, The Observer gave Super Classico the #1 spot in their list of 50 sporting events you must experience before you die.
Y la gente, la pasión, la fiesta en las canchas, eso no está visto en ningún lado.
Colores, fuegos artificiales, una fiesta es el carnaval.
And so it comes as no surprise that ever since Derby Days began, no matter how many places we went, Serbia, Rome, Liverpool or Sydney, people still insisted we cover Super Classico. But we always held back, our logic being that to cover the Super Classico, the derby of all derbies, it had to be a special one.
Yeah, that makes sense. What's coming is pure history.
For the first time in their 100-year-old history, Boca Juniors and River Plate are meeting in the final of the Copa Libertadores, the South American equivalent of the Champions League.
No va a haber otro partido igual. Pero la gente cree que esto es el antes y el después. El Big Bang. Todo
The Big
comienza.
Bang.
Todo. Big Bang. Explota todo.
Oh, and if you thought it couldn't get any bigger, well, this is the last Copa Libertadores final as a 2-legged series, meaning Buenos Aires is going to have to deal with not just one, but 2 of the biggest Super Clásicos ever.
The match of the history.
El planeta Tierra es el mejor partido para saber mañana, es el mejor partido que
Dude,
hay.
I
Es
am
el partido del
excited.
siglo. El partido más importante de la historia del fútbol.
Put simply, in terms of club football,
No gana 20 años de clásico.
Te firmo acá.
or in terms
I'm
of
sorry,
derbies,
no.
50
Te lo firmo. No hay por dónde hay que firmar.
it cannot get bigger than this.
¿Dónde hay que firmar acá? Firmo.
And so to cover the ultimate derby, we've set out to make the ultimate Derby Days episode, heading out to Buenos Aires for both legs across 3 weeks amongst the belly of the beast.
Oh, shit. Okay, wait. I just need to look up these teams really quick just so I make sure I'm not saying the wrong things. Okay, I wanted to make sure I was fully certain about that, but yeah, they're both Argentine football teams, which makes sense. Obviously, we're in Argentina. I'm a dumbass for that. I'm sorry.
Now,
Oh,
for two
baby,
clubs who claim
I'm
to be so
excited.
different, their origins are remarkably similar, both arising out of the wonderfully eclectic neighborhood or barrio of La Boca here in southern Buenos Aires.
River y Boca se hicieron los dos mismos en la Boca.
A humble, working class, but also colorful and boisterous neighborhood. It's full of character and full of characters.
Very working class, very salt of the earth.
La Boca es un barrio humilde.
The humble neighborhood.
Entonces por eso se dice que es un sentimiento.
street art, muralists. It's also where tango was born. So
Boca.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Now, due to its
we learned that
proximity to the
in
docks, La
Once
Boca
in a
becomes
Lifetime.
home to Argentina's substantial European, mainly Italian, migrant community.
So Argentina is essentially a country that was built on immigration, predominantly Italian.
After the America, the #1 place of immigration.
Hey,
Con la guerra italiana, tuvieron que venir a Argentina y transmitieron la pasión.
Boca es Italia, Italia es Boca.
What's Argentinian food? Well, or better, what's food from Buenos Aires? Pizza and meat.
and meat.
The Spanish accent incorporates a lot of Italian. It's very different here to that you have in Chile or Colombia.
They don't say yo, they say sho.
Exactly.
They don't say pollo, they say.
Yeah, posho.
In fact, so proudly Italian did La Boca become that at one stage they even tried to form their own republic.
Oh,
So
shit.
we tend to see ourselves as Europeans, but truly we're South Americans than anyone else.
And so it all begins here in 1901 on La Boca's docks.
The
Good to see that boy
river we
Izzy.
have here, Rio de la Plata, is Silver River, but it was translated word for word, so River Plate.
Where a couple of local youngsters are arguing over whose club is better.
Santa Rosa and another one.
Before agreeing to merge, and for their name, they take inspiration from a set of crates on the docks.
So ships that were coming to the River Plate had the crates on them.
And it's there and then that Club Atlético River Plate is born.
Yo creo que el dicho
Atlético
que más
River Plate.
identifica a River es el más grande lejos,
The biggest by far.
coma lejos.
River has become probably one of the most important institutions in Argentina, beyond football, absolutely.
El país se viste de blanco y rojo.
The country is dressed in red and white.
5.000 personas, nadie en el mundo lo hizo.
Oh my God.
No lo hizo nadie lo va a hacer.
Now, 4 years later, and only 5 blocks up the road, another crew of young Boquenses are working on forming their own club for the barrio. Initially wanting to honour their Italian roots in the name, they decide instead to honour the neighbourhood, and like River, add a touch of English for prestige.
A touch of
And
English.
it's there and then that Club Atlético Boca Juniors is born.
Como no somos los únicos, decimos ser los mejores.
One of the biggest and one of the best known clubs in the world.
Yeah, I've heard of their name before. I've heard
It's
of Boca
extremely
Juniors.
intense.
La pasión es lo que nos diferencia de todos.
There's so much passion on both sides. Boca is the people.
Over the next century, the two clubs from this humble barrio grow to become the city, the country, even arguably the continent's biggest footballing powerhouses.
You guys agree with that? Also, I love the way Eli does his presentations on a lot of this stuff. It's very expressive, it's very dramatic, it's very energetic. I love watching this guy deliver these documentaries, bro.
Almost
Documentaries.
4/5 of the country support either River Plate or Boca Juniors.
Each boast their own phenomenal stadiums.
Boca has, of course, La Bombonera, and River,
La
their home is the
Bombonera.
Monumental.
My house is
El
monumental.
Mundo.
But it's good, it's off the chart.
My
The
God.
stadium where Argentina won the World Cup on home soil.
Mundialista, cosa que Boca no tiene. No tiene.
What Boca have,
La avalancha.
avalanche, it's when
Hace el gol y vos estás. Es el caer.
and just the movement of so many people.
Uno con otro.
Holy
Todas juntas, festejando.
Thousands of people rushing towards the goal.
Que la bombonera no late,
La
tiembla.
Bombonera.
Es verdad, yo lo viví.
It's true that
They
it
had to fit into
shakes.
the neighborhood. So with such little space to work with, they just had to go up, pretty much vertical.
Each boast their own epic eras.
So Boca's greatest era has to be the Bianchi era.
Probably one of the best teams in Argentine club football history. Boca in 2000 beat the Real Madrid of Luis Figo, for example. So we're talking Ballon d'Or winners.
We're talking Galacticos.
While River, well, they have La Máquina.
La máquina de River, el equipo más famoso de la historia del fútbol argentino.
A River lo llamaban los caballeros de
The
la
Lord
angustia.
of Anguish.
Era fútbol pleno.
Los 5 delanteros se pedían la pelota chiflando.
Each boast their own collection of stars.
Crespo, Ortega,
Bueno, Mascherano,
Falcao.
Francesco,
Tevez, of course.
I heard the name Falco.
Riquelme es lo máximo.
Of course, Maradona.
Maradona, yo lo amo
Holy
igual al Diego, no importa que sea de Boca.
And each boast their own incredible supporter base.
Boca, they call themselves La Mitad Más Uno, which is half the country plus one. While River, they have
I want to make sure I can pronounce that. Hold on. La mitad más uno. La mitad
The
más uno.
country plus one. While River, they have something similar where they call themselves El País Menos Algunos, which is the country with the exception of a few.
But it's what they share that's most important of all.
The rivalry is very much part of their existence.
El clásico, lo fundamental, lo único que importa nada más, ver el partido.
From the moment these two met, they did not get along. I heard that a Boca fan burned a River flag, or a River fan burned a Boca flag on that first game.
This is something that we still see today.
But back then they didn't have a history.
It was a dispute over who was the better team, the best team in La Boca.
I love
the basis
that.
of that rivalry and those scenes in the first derby were due to a local turf war over the barrio of La Boca. Well, that argument wouldn't really last long, as River Plate soon packed up and headed north, first to the wealthy Recoleta neighborhood, and then further north where they built El Monumental, still their home today on the edge of the Núñez and Belgrano districts. Today, considered a leafy, wealthy district of the city.
Having lived and been based in this immigrant community in La Boca for best part of 2 decades, to then suddenly being surrounded by these very wealthy people who are able to pay a lot of money to go and see games.
River's new surroundings attracts a more upper-class supporter base, and this, coupled with the club's record-breaking spendings on signings, means River Plate acquire a nickname. Los Millonarios. Los Millonarios. Tag though, River are actually proud of that.
River Plate are definitely proud of this nickname, the Millonarios, for all that it implies.
Nosotros somos de galera y bastón.
We're the
Meanwhile,
top
Boca
head.
Juniors, they put in La Boca, cementing their working-class, club of the people, Italian identity.
Don Pedrín era un personaje en el barrio que salía cuando Boca ganaba y regalaba porciones de pizza.
Hence getting the nickname
there's so much
Genovese,
history.
in reference to the northern Italian city of Genoa, where so many migrated from. And so proud are they of these Italian roots, they don't even spell or pronounce the nickname in Italian or even Spanish, but instead use the local Genovese dialect.
Scenese. Boca staying put in the neighbourhood is a massive source of pride for the club to this day. Perhaps the founding element behind the support and the identity of the club.
With both clubs now based in 2 very different neighbourhoods, the Super Clasico moves from a barrio rivalry to a city-wide rivalry. And when they meet again in 1931 as professional clubs, things get even worse.
From the match reports, we just have this scene of complete chaos. You've got the police on horseback, a pitch invasion, punches being thrown.
It didn't even last 30 minutes.
Exactly.
From there, the two share 8 of the next 10 league titles. And this success creates a following for both clubs that goes far beyond Buenos Aires and all around Argentina, which means the demographics of the fans mix, and for the most part, the rich versus poor argument doesn't really hold up anymore.
Si bien no es que todos los hinchas Boca son
poor
pobres
fans.
ni todos los hinchas River son ricos.
Luckily for the rivalry,
That was something I was wondering. Did it just become like a rich versus poor thing? But okay, that's something I was genuinely wondering.
Luckily for the rivalry, the fans come up with new nicknames for each other.
Boca despectively called the Bosteros, which is a
Bosteros?
play on the word bosta, which is horse manure. There was a factory near the stadium where they'd make bricks out of with manure.
Cuando cada vez que si vos vas a la cancha de Boca, vas a ver que hay una mierda.
There's a lot of the players, when they go onto the pitch at the Bombonera, they cover their nose.
Players do it.
Del místico Angelito Labruna, que entraba ahí.
Los hinchas de River se les dicen gallina. A los hinchas de River les dicen gallinas desde hace muchísimos años, cuando perdieron la Copa Libertadores con Peñarol.
Peñarol le puso a gallina a River.
Fue por una final de Copa que River iba ganando 3-0 y en la vuelta perdió en cancha de River.
Porque en el primer partido que River vuelve acá a la Argentina, juega en la cancha de Banfield y tiraron una gallina.
El que no salta es una gallina. El que no salta es una gallina.
Now, any truth to these insults are subjective, of course. However, where a true point of difference can be found between the two clubs is in their philosophies on the pitch. For River, it's all about style, grace, and staying true to the beautiful game.
Fútbol champagne. El fútbol champagne.
Champagne football.
Gustar, ganar, you have to win. Golear, you have to score lots of goals.
Chori, digamos, así bien, toque, siempre magia.
Si River gana con un penal inventado a los 45 minutos del segundo tiempo, no nos gusta. Nosotros no nos vamos contentos.
But at Boca, it's all about the garra, the claw, where they prioritize effort, sweating, and just doing whatever it takes to get the win.
Transpirar la camiseta. So you have to make the shirt sweat.
Todos queremos jugar lindo, pero más nos interesa ganar.
A 1-0 win with a goal in the last minute, that's absolutely fine.
Es el corazón que pone el jugador. El jugador deja todo en la cancha de Boca.
Habla de que no le gusta el fútbol. de que no les interesa la forma sino el resultado, cosa que nos diferencia ampliamente de ellos.
River dice, juego bonito, goleada, jugamos mejor. Pero ¿y por qué Boca le lleva 9 partidos?
Now, there might be polar opposite philosophies, but both styles have resulted in everlasting success, and that has only added another layer to this rivalry.
La Vuelta Olímpica.
Okay, it's like a lap of honor.
It's the lap of honor.
Every time you win a championship, you have to go with the whole team, one lap around the pitch.
Representa todo, lo máximo.
When it gets really interesting is when the lap of honor is in the opposing side's stadium.
Como que los tuviera.
God, I need to watch this derby.
Yeah, but for Boca to do that at River or River to do that at Boca is something crazy. But it happened.
Y he estado yo en el año 69.
And Boca made an agreement that they wouldn't do it, right?
It's a gentleman's agreement.
A gentleman's agreement in the Superclásico.
Right.
Y empataron 2-2 y Boca salió campeón y dio la vuelta en la cancha de River.
But then in '86, the same thing happened in reverse.
In that game, the River Plate coach was hit in the head with a stone, with a rock. So the question was whether or not they would do the lap of honor.
So what happened?
River Plate only did half a lap.
Well, they didn't do the full lap of honor. Why not?
They were scared.
They were scared.
And it's what they were trying to avoid during that Vuelta Olímpica. That's part of the more sinister side of this rivalry, and in fact, Argentinian football in general.
Violence in Argentine football is a constant.
The cancer that is eating away the Argentinian football.
Como en Europa, por ejemplo, que pueden estar las dos hinchadas juntas. Acá directamente no existe. No, se matan.
They kill each other.
Let's say aggressive supporter groups are known as ultras or hooligans. Here in South America, they're called
barras bravas.
Barras bravas.
Bring incredible noise and atmosphere to their stadiums. They're also not to be messed with.
The barra bravas is a phenomenon which is much more complex than hooligans.
Las barras bravas hoy en Argentina son un negocio.
Supporters that are involved in activities that generate a lot of money related to match day income, parking, ticket touting, tourist guides at the stadiums.
In fact, South American and in particular Argentinian barras have more power than almost any set of supporter groups in the world.
The barras themselves have very high status.
So back in the day, when the barras was at the most popular, on a derby, they would show the barras arriving on their buses, not the team bus arriving.
You have a lot of supporters will want to have photographs taken with them.
So when you combine a set of supporters with that much power, passion, and, well, the occasional nastier stuff, you can imagine what would happen for a fixture as heated as the Superclásico.
Yeah, it's gonna get serious.
Se matan allá. Sacando River Boca acá, imagínate.
So River won a Superclásico away 2-0. 2 fans are then killed.
El partido salió 2-2. River hizo 2 goles, pero nosotros le matamos a 2, loco. Bueno, justamente. ¿O no? ¿Es como para decirlo eso? Sí, ¿qué te parece? Son gallinas.
2-2 was seen painted around the city.
Yeah.
How did it get this bad?
Well, it speaks more about society than the rivalry.
Y después vinieron, ahora le sacaron a los visitantes, le sacaron todo lo más lindo del fútbol.
A lot of them bring positive stuff.
Absolutely, they bring a lot of the atmosphere, but the leaders are involved in pretty major problems.
The main barra of River is called Los Borrachos del Tarón, the drunkards of the terraces.
La 12 is number 12, comes from Boca's supporters, but it really talks about the barra brava.
Number 12 is so important for Boca fans that on December the 12th of 2012, they celebrated a Boca fans day. 14 means a lot of River Plate fans because in the lottery, we use this system of using nicknames for numbers, and 14 is the drunk.
I mean, Jesus, man. I do appreciate the older man saying they took away the most beautiful part of football. That's a... Damn. Killing people over it? I mean, damn, bro. Maybe I'm not fully built for this level, but it's very interesting to watch, to say the least. I don't know if I could ever go that far, but y'all got that part, all right? I don't want to murder anybody.
And if they take their numbers seriously, well, their colors mean even more.
The opposing team's color is so sensitive.
No, nunca, jamás. Blanco y rojo no uso nunca.
Hay una canción que dice, me moriré con el cajón pintado de rojo y blanco.
Your daughters, no red and white?
No usan blanco y rojo.
They've had to change the sponsor's logo. So the one stadium in the world, Coca-Cola's logo is black and white, not red and white.
And whilst every element of their identity seems to be on the opposite spectrum and every argument they have is back and forth, in 2011, one side was dealt a blow that, according to the other, gave them the upper hand.
So it was only River Plate and Boca Juniors, who fittingly is the biggest clubs in the country, who'd never been relegated.
Nunca iban a descender.
But big clubs go down all the time. Why was
Not in Argentina. Not in Argentina.
Una situación impensada, una situación antinatural.
For the first time in their 110-year history, River were relegated from the Primera, losing a home playoff against lowly Belgrano.
Belgrano de Córdoba, no lo conoce nadie, lo llevó a la B.
Es como si descendiera, qué sé yo, el Manchester, el Real Madrid, el Barcelona.
Es lo peor que puede haber pasado. O sea, para ellos es una mancha que no se borra nunca más.
The reaction of their supporters showed just how seriously football's taken here.
Ratas, chorros, ratas.
Thieving rats.
Manga de ladrones.
Oh my lord.
Sátrapas. Nos hicieron mierda todos. No me importa que esto me cueste la carrera, ya no me importa.
En ese momento alguna mala palabra era necesaria para graficar y determinar con absoluta claridad lo que estaba pasando en el Estadio Monumental en el momento del descenso de River al Nacional B.
This is absolutely insane, brother.
For 3 hours.
Prendieron fuego su cancha. La cancha de River la prendieron fuego.
The fans continued to riot outside the stadium, where the Núñez district by the end of the night was described as looking like a war zone, with cars, shops and houses smashed and blood smeared on the streets. 71 people were seriously injured, 25 of them police, and 2 lost their lives.
Stories of heart attacks. Certainly the attendance at the hospital spiked.
One was a 23-year-old, so dismayed at the idea of River playing in the second division, he jumped in front of a train and took his own life. It's not a joke.
No, it's not. It's not.
God, I mean, you know, the Once in a Lifetime Argentina video told us that Argentines, they take this shit serious. But damn, I'm at a loss for words on that one. What the? That's what the B, what can you say happened?
Oh, and Boca have never let them live it down.
Nunca más se van a olvidar, nunca más.
La B es la segunda, esos son de segunda. River de la B.
Preserving the B through costumes.
Es el fantasma.
River's name.
Ahora es el River de Velarde.
Ripper.
Even drones.
You think, how are they able to get a drone past security into the stadium, fly it over onto the pitch?
Super Clásico.
Damn, man.
Fue una de las cosas más hermosas que me pasó en mi vida. Para nosotros es una intercontinental más.
No. No.
Sí, sí, porque demostraron que son gallinas. En la B juegan los sábados. Entonces llegaba los domingos y le llamaban a algún amigo, che, ¿a qué hora juegan ustedes? Y algunos se olvidaban, no, nosotros jugamos ayer. Ah, cierto que ustedes están en la B.
You're crying. He's crying. He's crying tears of joy. He's crying. What's wrong with you people?
Que te felicita tan mucho cuesta contar estas cosas que ¿por qué te emociona tan mucho?
Y bueno.
Now, to understand Boca's almost unhealthy obsession and enjoyment from River's 1 year in the second division, you need to understand the Argentinian mentality, and in particular, cargadas. Insult culture.
Pero es todo el día, todos los días.
It is brutal.
No solo River Boca, cualquier equipo con cualquier equipo.
It is bragging rights taken to the extreme to make the other feel miserable.
Really, the driving motivational force is not to go Monday to your work and people making fun out of you because your team lost.
Todo el día te van a cargar. Es horrible.
Shouldn't the motivation be the win and to enjoy the celebrations, or is the win so you can go the next day and make fun, you know, of your colleagues? This is an Argentinian thing. Totally.
That's the level of toxic I love. I love that.
Entrar al colegio, sabés que está frito todo el día.
Being able to make fun of your rivals. That's greater than the actual triumph.
It's greater than the trophy, the Copa Libertadores.
Well, the Copa Libertadores is a means to an end. The end is to show your rivals that you're better than them, and you make fun of them.
And all of this is only enhanced here in Buenos Aires with the porteño state of mind.
Porteño es el que habita la capital, el centro de Buenos Aires.
El porteño es más agresivo, vive con otra intensidad.
You live more intensity. This city is a big.
La ciudad te come,
It's a
muy
rush.
rápida, muy veloz.
Acá no se para a veces ni para almorzar.
Porteños are not the nicest people in the world. They tend to be very arrogant. They tend to develop this air of superiority.
Y otra provincia lo mira para abajo.
And I really think it's this combination of the insult culture of Colgadas with the mentality of the porteños that has made this the world's biggest derby, along with one other ingredient, aguante.
Aguante.
Minutos de partido. Eso es el aguante.
Está el aguante de ir para el frente.
Yo creo que en Europa, no, o sea, lo puede
Ooh,
llegar
Europe, I don't
llegar
think they
hasta
understand our
sorprender, pero
passion.
no pueden entender porque ellos no lo viven de esa manera.
I feel like that just comes from not knowing more about locations for it, because in a lot of other videos that we've watched, it gets this serious in a lot of places in Europe too, to a degree. That's not to downplay what he's saying or anything, but I feel like you got to really experience other cultures really to really see that, because in some deeper parts of Europe from what we've watched, different derbies, all that stuff, man, it gets serious. It gets serious.
Da vuelta al partido, River clasifica, gritó el gol y...
He actually had a heart attack. He died.
Como dijo un actor en una película argentina, la pasión es lo que no se negocia. No, me pongo cada vez peor con los años. Y lo vivo de que arranca el partido hasta que termina. A veces siento que me voy a tirar a la cancha. Y de hecho, hay algo más, hablo esto con mi psicóloga también. Que me recomienda, mi psicóloga es hincha de Boca también.
So he gets it.
Muchas recomendaciones no me puedo hacer.
She gets it.
Lamentablemente es un sentimiento que lo sentimos de una manera que no hay una explicación.
El fútbol se vive como una cuestión hasta recreativa, te diría, pero no lo vive con esta pasión.
Again.
But as devastating as relegation was for River, when they did return to the Primera and installed their 90s icon, Marcelo Gallardo, as manager, they were then able to create one of the most successful sides in Argentinian history.
Y se armó toda como una revolución.
It became a sort of revolution.
Sudamericana, Libertadores, las Urugas Bank. Muñeco, muñeco.
Que River se fue al descenso, sí, pero después resurgió y hasta ahora los años vienen siendo mucho más.
Te lo a todo, Gallardo, te lo a todo.
No hay palabras para describir a Gallardo.
Ganar, gustar y golear en las 3G y le ponemos la cuarta, la G de Gallardo.
And now Gallardo has led River Plate to another Copa Libertadores final. And if River can somehow win this series, then I think their fans believe that they can erase that saying of the B and perhaps even up the fight.
But I would say this is the only match, the only moment that can do that for River Plate.
Probablemente si River gana la Copa Libertadores de América, gana esta final inédita, la que nunca se jugó.
Con esto, con la final, si salimos campeones,
tapamos todo.
Le cerramos el culo a los bosteros.
Because Boca aren't going to be relegated. That's not going to happen.
A mí en lo personal estaría borrando el tema del descenso.
A seguir cerrando porque con lo único que nos cargan los bosteros, vos sos de la B. Hermano, cambiá eso.
River can beat Boca in this final, the Copa Libertadores final, and that in a way levels the playing field.
So I gotta ask, what's it like for the average person in like Argentina that does not care about football? Is it even possible? We know over here in the US, we have a lot of different sports that have taken a lot more of urgency or priority for a majority of the people over here when it comes to sports, you know, over football. Well, as we call it over here, soccer. So it isn't as big of a deal when somebody says they're really not into it over here. In places like this, if you're really not into it, what do you do? Like, is that risky? Also, I do think it's kind of insane though to say that a lot of European places don't have the same level of passion. I think it just depends on where you go. Maybe not on this level in the tier 1 portions of different leagues or whatever. But if you go down to those like tier 3, tier 4s that still can fill out massive stadiums and stuff, from some of the stuff we've watched anyway, it gets equally as crazy, at least in my opinion, from what I've seen so far. But on the flip side, I'm still new and I'm still learning different things about all of this. So my opinions ultimately do not matter. Let's continue.
1 de la tarde, 35 minutos. En Buenos Aires, temperatura 25 grados.
And then they all come together for the World Cup.
No existe en parte del mundo, imposible. La gente no duerme bien, no come bien, está preocupada continuamente, o sea, no se habla de otra cosa. Todo esto cambia todo.
¿Boca o River? Boca.
Y más vale. No existe la gallina a la final. Mañana empezamos a desplumarlo.
Tomorrow we'll be plucking them.
What the Super Classico is doing in Argentina right now, you won't believe. Two fans, one Boca, one River, get in an argument so strong, one ends up burning the other one's house down.
Amigos, ¿no podés creer lo que pasó? Imposible de pensar. En cualquier parte del mundo no sucede eso.
Hey, we haven't seen anything like that, so maybe they got a point.
Mañana van a haber goles, van a haber tarjetas rojas mañana. Va a ser tremendo.
There will be red cards.
Pierden los boteros, se van a querer morir. Se van a esconder todos 10 años. Se termina la mentira.
Si gana Boca, me voy a escribir acá Boca. Boca.
Un cajón de cerveza.
Oh, God. You know he's going to do it.
Oh, and then on top of all of that, there's the Leandro Paredes story. Zenit player who's a former Boca player who basically got a red card last week. Nothing to write home about until people realized he had a flight to Argentina to come watch the match. You've got professional players purposely getting red cards in Europe just so they can come back for this game. If that's not showing you how big this all is, I don't know what will.
Es una semana muy especial. Yo creo que a mí hoy a la noche me va a costar dormirme pensando en cómo va a formar River y cómo se va a dar el partido, y seguramente a los de Boca le pase lo mismo. No existe otra cosa.
I mean, this is absolutely insane.
En la iglesia católica. Entonces yo le dije a mi ahijada y a la madre que yo en la iglesia no voy.
¿No voy?
No.
No.
Y el abuelo de la nena tampoco.
And here we go. Here we go.
Well, welcome to a match day for a Super Classico. Not just any Super Classico, the Super Classicos of all Super Classicos. And this is just match day 1 out of 2, or as these guys like to say, Episodio 1. The biggest sports paper in the country can't come up with the cover because it's just that big. But here's the thing, for all the anticipation and excitement, well, the weather hasn't quite got the memo, because what we woke up to this morning was unbelievable. They said, what, 40 millimeters of rain in 2 hours. It rained overnight, thunderstorms. It's actually torrential. And now, well, they told us there'd be drama. There is drama. There's rumors that they're actually going to suspend the match.
Oh, I'm going to assume that doesn't happen, though.
You constantly hear these noises and you don't know whether it's crackers or fire bombs or thunder. It's basically apocalyptic now. The weather is just coming down.
Apocalyptic.
Dios es hincha de Boca.
These streets are meant to be full of fans. It's torrential. This is biblical.
In 1 hour, the Conmebol decide if the match starts or no. I think no. It's impossible. It's
Why?
impossible.
Why?
Why the field is full of water.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to work. Yeah.
Anything like this ever before.
What are the odds of this, though? Seriously.
It's not even the wet season.
It just had to happen.
No?
They were saying on Wednesday.
Yeah, but man, everyone's ready now.
This is insane, bro. It looks like it's letting up a little bit. Never mind, I lied. It does not look like it's letting up.
We went inside, but we heard this noise and we thought we had to come out. And this is why. Come there, check us out.
This is absolutely absurd.
There's no way they can play on this, but how do you tell these guys to go home?
Yeah, if you tell them they can't play, it's gonna be a riot.
They're trying to kick the ball. It barely moves. The ball barely moves. They're just bouncing.
Attention, please. We inform that the official match for the first final is suspended.
I mean, like, what are you supposed to really do? You can't do anything with that pitch. Take 2.
All right, Super Classico, Copa Libertadores, final, match day 1, take 2.
This is what we wanted to see. This is why this is the derby of derbies.
This is generally absolutely insane.
This is the most excited I've ever been for a derby. This is what rivalries are made of.
This is just, I've never seen anything like this in my life, ever.
This is the best. Forget everything. Forget Rome, Milan, Liverpool.
Kickoff, here we go. Dude, their faces, man. This kind of stress cannot be good for the heart, man. In 34th minute. Yeah, this is bad for River Plate, man. You know what's gonna happen if they lose this. There we go. Oh, 35th minute. Damn, literally right after.
Oh my God, I can't believe what's going on.
So a 2-1 first half, okay. Dude, that dude is sweating, unless it's just hot in there.
I don't know where to begin. If you could have heard the noise when that goal went in, they celebrated so hard, they broke the barrier off its cement holding.
Damn.
It's unbelievable.
I really want to know, like, what the hospital bills had to have been this time. I had to back up really quick and close out Steam.
Full time at the
Steam notice popping up.
half time for this incredible Super Classico series. And the next 2 weeks are going to be mad. Who knows how many more hurricanes, Barra Brava moments, whatever else happens. The way they express and live their love for Boca, men, women, children. I saw the little 6-year-olds next to us almost fell off the tier doing that amazing Argentinian handshake. And then there's the pure agony. Came out of the fact that they missed that one-on-one in the 89th minute. We left it until it was going to be great. We got it right. Halfway down and I'm already lost for words. All I can say is now bring on part 2, and of course the crazy 2 weeks in between.
Wait, what was the score? Was it 2-1 or 2-2?
I meant to be neutral, man.
Escuché gente, clientes míos, que tienen un abono, que pagaron todo el año. Si River gana esto, no van más al estadio. No van más. O sea, ya me dio River, me dio todo.
El partido inicial era el sábado 17 horas.
Sí.
La comunión era el sábado a las 17 horas. Pero viste, se ve que Dios me quiere porque el sábado no se jugó. Entonces fría la comunión.
Remember the Argentinian player who plays at Zenit St. Petersburg in Russia and said he didn't purposely get a red card so he could fly to watch the game? Well, looks like he was at the game.
Whoever loses this, the other camp is going to make fun out of them like for the ages.
No, pero nosotros le ganamos allá, no. Le ganaron la copa más importante.
It's always going to be the time that you lost the final of the Copa Libertadores against Boca or against River.
El que pierde se va a comer acá en argentino, criollo, se va a comer la descansada del mundo.
20 years time, 30 years time, there'll be songs about it in the stadium, still talking about it.
What if they get another one?
like that.
Pues el partido, ¿qué es lo que va a pasar? Sí, nos matamos entre todos.
Interiormente, yo como fanático, el de River no quería esta final, porque iba a suceder esto. Es mucho lo que se pierde.
I think this is the biggest final ever.
The Copa Libertadores is the most important club competition in South America.
Your biggest rival at the biggest stage, once in a lifetime.
Things are getting even worse. This just went down in the McDonald's. It started just over a discussion over who was going to win, and then things just took a turn. I mean, this is what we're talking about. We're still days away from the second leg, and McDonald's are being smashed up. How would you like to win the game?
Un gol con la mano, así, con la mano, alevoso. Entonces le va a doler más.
For the sake of disclosure, I'm neutral. I do not support either team.
Imagínate si el primero tuvo que ponerlo. Imagínate el segundo que se define en cancha de River.
So do you almost feel sympathy for whoever loses this?
Sorry for them, yeah.
Why? Because you don't feel sorry for many people.
Y yo en el primer partido de la final me fumé un atado y medio de cigarros.
The disappointment will be much bigger than the pleasure of winning.
Pero a mi tío ya le hablé que tranquilo porque él tiene problemas de corazón.
Every football argument, you're going to close it with that. Yeah, you're right. But at the end of the day, just remember 2018.
Entonces este partido significa eso, de por vida.
That's it. And at the end of it. Because there's nothing is going to be bigger than that.
What was I doing in 2018? I was in my second and last year of college and a massive alcoholic because I had met a new group of friends. I was slamming drinks and these guys were having heart attacks over football. The different worlds, man. The duality of man.
All right, 24 hours before the big game, and the tension has created this stranglehold of nerves across all of Buenos Aires. No one wants to talk about the game, no one wants to predict the scores, no one wants to jinx it. Penales?
No. Cierro la boca, no hablo yo hasta después del partido, del resultado.
Doesn't even want to talk about penalties. But it wasn't like this yesterday. At La Bombonera, arguably the world's greatest ever training session, the entire media is talking about it. You've never seen anything like it. We've never seen that many people packed into a stadium. The Bombonera only holds 50,000. There must have been 60,000 there. They told us the Bombonera trembles, it shakes, it beats. There's literally a video of it shaking,
Oh my God.
Yesterday. And it's been just as crazy on the riverside. We went to a barbecue the other night. Everything was Super Classico themed. Even the pig that they roasted was wearing a Boca jersey. But for the second leg, well, everyone you ask says something's bound to happen. And there's a reason why. These guys, whilst they've never met in the final, have met in every stage of the knockout stages of the Copa Libertadores, round of 16, quarters and semis. And every single time in the second leg, something iconic or infamous went down. In 2000, you had the Moletazo moment. In 2004, Tevez, scoring what he thought was a late winner, does a little chicken dance at the Monumental.
El clásico, es un clásico, Carlito.
Tevez gets sent off.
Straight red.
Straight red for inciting violence.
But most recently and most infamously is the 2015 Gas Pimienta Copa Libertadores game between the two, where River win the first leg. The second leg at Bombonera is 0-0 at half-time, and the players go into the tunnel. As the River players come out, a strange odour is smelt and then felt.
Pepper gas sprayed at them as they were coming out of the tunnel by supporters behind the goal.
4 River players are hospitalised.
And what transpires is just around about 50 minutes of complete chaos.
The game is cancelled.
River Plate was saying, we can't possibly play, our players have been, it's GBH, pepper gas.
River get a 3-0 win, and they actually go on to win the Copa Libertadores. And the guy who does it becomes an infamous legend.
El famoso panadero.
Now the question is,
the baker?
The second leg of the biggest of all of them.
What's the predictions that someone's going to do something unexpected in this next game?
No, it's
the final. What's in store for us?
Gloves off. Gloves off.
If it happened in the round of 16, the quarters and the semis when they met.
Oh yeah. No, it's going to be carnage.
The second leg of the final, it's probably going to be the biggest, most infamous moment of all, surely.
Here we go. Oh, man.
2,200 police, 150 medical staff, 24 medical posts, 16 defibrillators, the biggest operation in the history of Argentina. It's not a war zone, it's the end of the world, according to Crónica. This is match day 2 of the biggest Super Classico we've ever known. As Ole
says, not a war zone?
From today, everything changes. How that translates into the atmosphere of this game, we don't know. We saw it in the Bombonera. Well, this stadium's bigger, it's wider, and even blocks away. When you look around and you soak it all in, you really get the vibe that what we're attending isn't a football event, a sporting event, even a cultural event. This is an event that's part of the history of this country.
It is funny to me that at the end of the day, this entire country will come together because I'm sure there's, you know, a lot of players on each of these teams are predominantly or pretty much all Argentine players, right? But when Argentina has to play in the World Cup, everybody's going to come together for that. And then everybody's going to have heart attacks about that.
Sentimiento emocionante, ver la lágrima de mi hijo sintiendo esta pasión, es única.
The pig.
Alright, well, we've got outside the stadium, and one thing I've noticed is the authorities and the amount of checkpoints. I've never been stopped so many times. It's been half a dozen just to get outside the stadium. But I think we've realized why. The Boca Juniors bus is coming down this street, right next to River fans, and going in this way. There's lines of police. I don't see how they're going to be able to stop trouble happening.
Jesus. That playing shot was actually clean. Holy smokes, look at that, man. You got Japan here. Actually, wait. So I don't sound ignorant. Just gonna step back a bit. Yeah, that's Japanese. Yeah, okay. I'm confident at least. So why do they let Boca fans come here and vice versa, or is that because they know there's gonna be problems? Oh, he even got to put the ball up there. I just realized it's crazy. Oh, shit.
No way. The cops or the fans? There's been another pepper spray incident. They're singing though. All you think is, if the players getting pepper sprayed last time got the game cancelled, what happens this time? Are we gonna, we can't not have a game. You're gonna tell them we'll have another riot like the relegation, I swear.
This is fucking insane.
Here's the thing, we don't know what's going on. Over here, everyone's having a party. But do they know what's going on? Is there a game on? We don't know. There has to be a game on. How are you going to tell these guys there's no game? How? No, seriously. This is mad. What's the rumor? Have you heard about the news? I'm trying to work out what's happening, but they just want to tell me that Boca don't have any balls. We don't know what's going on. You saw everyone singing, it stopped. I think word's gotten around. There's been an incident. And we can't get onto the internet, there's too many people, but the word is, it's been another pepper spray incident. This time on the Boca players from either River fans or police. No one knows right now. I'm asking security, they think it's a rumor, no one knows. As you can see, there's fights going on now in the stands, and it's gotten quieter. This is unbelievable.
Oh, shit.
You know, I'm not even surprised that happened. We could feel the tension throughout the day. They let the
Yeah,
emotions out during these
100%.
games, and you've got to have more more security than that. Why is everything in Argentina so crazy? This really might be the last day of Argentina. Basically, they're taking all media, it seems like, off the pitch because just tension is that high. I think they're worried. I don't know where we're going now.
This is insanity.
Recién lo que dijo es eso, precisamente, que no está preparado el equipo para poder jugar el partido, pero lo van a jugar porque obviamente la Conmebol
they're forcing them.
Que es Pablo Pérez y está constatado que está lesionado en el ojo.
What?
¿Hay partido o no partido?
Sete. Y habrá que esperar, por eso, ahí sí no hay respuesta.
7:15.
No hay respuesta.
Oh, super clásico.
Es un clásico.
You talk about the limbo we had between the 2 weeks. That does not compare to the last 45 minutes. And you can see everyone's waiting, wondering what's going on. We're hearing the craziest story. Things like the game's going to be next week, the game's going to be in 2 weeks, the game might be tomorrow but with no fans. The craziest one we've heard is they might just give the title to Boca because of what happened. We've also been told by one River fan, if that happens, Argentina will burn, not just Buenos Aires. Okay, so latest news is we have a game against Boca's captain. He's actually coming back from hospital to play. And what it turns out is that it wasn't actually the River fans who sprayed the pepper spray, but the police who sprayed not just pepper spray, but military-grade tear gas at the River fans who were attacking the Boca bus. You want to know how potent the gas they used was? Hours later, and they're checking the bus for like some kind of chemical on it, and they still want the players to play. So this is unbelievable.
This is insane.
Story's changed again. The Boca president's come through, and now it's getting mad. It's getting mad. I've never seen 25 derbies, never seen anything like this. We've just found out the Boca bus driver fainted. Such was the strength of the attack, and it took the vice president to grab the wheels of the bus and keep it going. Perez has come back, but it's only because Conmebol have forced him to come back with a doctor's note. He's the captain. How can he play if he's wearing an eye patch? Gianni Infantino, is there a game on or what? What's happening? Gianni, what's happening? Are they going to postpone it? 20 summits today. Gianni, that's the FIFA president. He's now left the stadium. The FIFA president has left the stadium. He's flown from Switzerland for this game. You're going to tell me there's a game on?
This is fucking nuts, bro. This is the craziest shit I think I've ever watched. And we watched Once in a Lifetime Argentina. What in the world, brother?
There's definitely no game. The FIFA president's just left.
Parece mañana a las 5.
The game's off, and things are getting tense. You can start to hear people screaming. They started throwing bottles at the police. Basically, they're blaming them for this game being cancelled because they were the ones who started spraying the tear gas. People are crying. You got kids crying.
I mean, this is just straight up dangerous now.
I think let's maybe get out of here.
Yeah? Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. Take 2. Cool.
Disgrace without a final. Disgrace. Historical disgrace. Super Clásico, Copa Libertadores, Matchday 2, Part 2. I think that just about sums up yesterday. Look, we've said this many times that we'd go to the Super Clásico when it's the right one, the biggest one for the biggest derby. But this is almost starting to feel like it's too big. Yesterday, we were part of some scenes that, whilst we're always kind of advocating for passion and craziness, things went too far. We saw women and children crying. It felt like a war zone at times.
I can agree with that, man. Like, it's getting to a point where it's just like, holy shit, brother. Like, bring it back a little bit. This is a little too much, you know? I understand passion, I understand love, but there is a limit to things, just a little bit. Just bring it back a little bit, man. It doesn't have to be like this. Oh man. And yeah, 2,200 police was nowhere near enough compared to the sheer volume of people that they had here. Ultimately, it was unironically the police's fault that this did kind of happen, but I mean, damn, military grade tear gas is crazy. Oh, man. Also, I gotta say, it was kind of a boneheaded decision to try to drive the Boca team bus through this crowd of people. Why the hell would you do that? That is insane.
That's the best way to put it. I just think, is this really healthy? Like, it's fun, and football, it's meant to be a release. But at what stage are you taking it that seriously that it's not doing you or anyone any good, physically or mentally?
Jesus.
So, men in what must have been their 60s or 70s absolutely losing it. Veins popping with anger. The people who were throwing the things at the buses weren't butters, or they weren't just butters, I can tell you that much. And then arguably the most uncomfortable part is something that I don't think many people really know about because only we captured it, but basically a fan who went viral last night as a voice of reason who spoke really eloquently.
Tener un poquito de civilización, tengamos civilización. Siendo civilizado, vamos a crecer todos. No importa religión, no importa política, no importa nada. Seamos civilizados, un poquito, pensar.
We saw him before the game, and the way he was acting, I mean, it was passionate, but it was anything but civilized.
Boca! Tu madre, Boca! Tu madre, Boca! Tu madre, Boca!
Yo, mi hermano es de Boca, y a mi hermano lo amo como hincha de Boca.
Tu madre!
If the voice of reason acts like that, what chance does football here have? Does the city here have? This is a society thing, and you know what? Who are we to come here and say this is how you act?
Yeah, exactly.
We've all got our own problems in England or Australia, but at the end of the day, football's meant to be something that helps you forget your issues, forget your problems, and it feels like here, football something just creates more of them. Don't you just want to enjoy it? What do you think, Diego? Diego?
Estamos hablando del partido más importante que creo yo que el mundo del fútbol estaba esperando una final de esta. Al no haber hincha visitante, no había que cubrir la parcialidad de Boca. Habría que cubrir solamente un micro.
I've just gotten a call from someone as a text. We need to get back.
¿A la casa?
A la casa. There's going to be some kind of conference. Supposedly that's where they're going to just announce, no, it's not happening again. This has got to be a joke. 5 match days is what that means. Buenos Aires, there's something special. ¿Tú quieres mirar la televisión de casa?
Sí.
Okay, good.
Vale, han llegado a la final porque han superado.
They reached the final because they surpassed all their
En esas
rivals.
condiciones queremos garantizar, a nosotros nos importa el deporte, nos importa el juego. Creemos que tenemos todas las condiciones para que ambos clubes tengan el tiempo de recuperarse y en función de eso vamos a posponer y a partir de hoy.
Superfinal postergada. Mauricio Macri encabezó una conferencia de prensa, acompañado por los ministros de Seguridad. No entiendo en nombre de todos los argentinos, no entiendo.
Well, day after what was meant to be the final match, and the final result seems further away than ever. And now our time in Buenos Aires is up. It's been 3 weeks, we've had 4 match days, and ironically we leave in the same situation we arrived, discussing who wins this ultimate tie amongst a backdrop of controversy. When we landed, it was about 2 sets of friends, one Boca-river burning down their house. Now it's about 2 sets of fans throwing rocks or pepper spraying each other. Who actually knows what's even happening? The fixture's indefinitely suspended until the heads of CONMEBOL and Argentinian football and whoever else is pretending to know how to run all of this decide what they do next.
Pretending how to run, knowing how to run all of this,
So
pretending to
that time
know.
off, we decided to walk around Buenos Aires and actually see some of the city that doesn't involve football, but wherever we went. Guess what he's listened to?
Realmente los barra. Y ahí quedó, caso cerrado.
Es más fácil hablar de eso que del mal operativo policial.
It was poor policing, but
whether it was the streets, cafes, the restaurants, even on the underground, you couldn't escape the fact that everyone was still talking or discussing or looking up what was going on with the match. I'm not surprised. I'm sad. I'm sad for guys like Diego. Diego, ¿cómo te sientes hoy?
Y analizando muchas cosas, triste, si en verdad vale la pena toda esta pasión.
Yeah, I get it. It gets to a point where it's just like, it's too stressful, it's too chaotic.
Escuchar por una radio, eso duele, triste, muy triste. Arruinar una fiesta de esta, así
Yeah.
me digan, y por 2 o 3
Yeah.
inadaptados, se suspendió una fiesta para la Argentina y para el mundo.
It gets to a point, like I said earlier, man. It's like you sacrifice the actual love for the game. Like, this is supposed to be something amazing. You can't, like, people just can't control themselves to a degree, you know? I understand the passion, but it gets to a point, man. You can't go around assaulting people, killing people, and all this other stuff. I mean, like, some of it's just going to be inevitable. Like, there's really nothing you can do to stop that. But ultimately, you got to think about, like, how that affects it just in the grand scheme of things. You know, now you got games getting suspended, games getting canceled, the entire world probably looking at Argentina in a weird way, you know? And obviously, I'm not trying to, like, speak on how Argentina functions. Like, I have no place whatsoever to even try that, but I'm just looking at it from the perspective of how a lot of people probably feel within the country, maybe. Like, I'm assuming, assuming, which I will admit is, again, probably a little out of place for me to do since I'm not from this country, but I'm sure it doesn't feel good to, you know, see this kind of display. Probably feels a little shameless or shameful. There's a limit to everything, man. Like, you got to remember, at the end of the day, this is supposed to be a celebration of football, Argentina, something historical, you know? Yeah.
Mi amor por Boca sé que va a ser eterno, pero si seguimos así, vamos, esto se va a terminar. Ahora es como que perdimos el interés, y ya me da lo mismo si juegan o no juegan, si le dan la Copa a Boca, a River. La verdad, estoy mal. ¿Me entendés? Porque no es así.
I agree.
No.
I agree. After a meeting in Paraguay, CONMEBOL decided that the game could not take place in Argentina. Yeah, it won't be the same, yeah. The cities of Medellin, Doha, Sao Paulo, Miami, Abu Dhabi, and Genoa all offered to... Damn, Abu Dhabi? They all offered to host the match. Yeah. Eventually, it was decided that the second leg of the 2018 Copa Libertadores final, the competition named after those who liberated South America from Spain, will be held in Madrid. What? Ooh, that's a kick in the teeth. A trip that from Buenos Aires would cost approximately twice the average monthly salary in Argentina. Both River Plate and Boca Juniors formally appealed the decision. The game went ahead regardless. Boca-river prevailed 3-1 after extra time. That's a sad ending. Damn, that's so sad, actually. Wow. I didn't think it was going to end like that. I knew it was going to be chaotic, but wow, man, that's honestly really heartbreaking right there. That's really sad just to see it all play out like that. I mean, you wait all your life for something like this to happen. You pour this amount of love into it, and it just doesn't happen because a few people just cannot control, like, how aggressive they get. It's like what that older man said earlier, you know, they're taking away the best part about the sport, which is, I actually don't fully remember what he said, but you know, it's about unity, forgetting your problems, not causing, you know, more problems. If we're to have to go all the way back to Madrid, to Spain, when it's named after the liberators, the people who liberated this country from Spain, I mean, that's just like a kick in the jaw, man. Wow. And I'm sure it was not the same at all. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, once again, beautiful documentary work out of Copa90, but Jesus, that's a heartbreaker, man. I mean, people getting killed, people having heart attacks. It gets to a point where it's like, bro, you gotta bring it back a little bit, man. Well, that was a depressing ending. Don't really got much to say, man. It's just, I'm personally heartbroken that we don't get a chance to even see how that plays out. I feel bad for the people of Argentina that genuinely wanted to see this once in a lifetime opportunity that who knows when it's going to happen again, man. Who knows how many of these people will still be around whenever it does come around the next time, you know? That's such a dark ending to there's such an amazing tale, something that you can't write fiction better than this, man. Wow, that's unfortunate. I ain't got much to say. I've said my thoughts throughout the entirety of this video, man. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought about this. Copa90, you guys are incredible. Once again, this is a 6-year-old documentary, and it's one of the best things that I've seen in the footballing world by far. It captures a darker side of the sport, which there are many dark sides to a lot of different things in the world, and they're important to document because it just shows how crazy things really can get to a degree. So, yeah. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the reaction, let me know in the comments down below by leaving a like on this video. Go check out Copa90. I'll leave a link to the original video in the description like I always do. And hey, this has been your boy Jay with another reaction. I hope you have a great day. Peace.